Hi everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. In our last video, we discussed what ADD and hyperfocus are. In this video, we're going to talk about the connection between hyperfocus and the development of healthy language and communication skills. Heads up, for those of you who won't make it to the end of this video, there is a direct link between language development and ADD, and it's a real challenge for a lot of children. Simply put, it's hard for a child to pay attention to what someone else is saying while they're hyper-focused on something else. It makes it very hard to process information, especially information that needs to be processed through the ears. There are children who sit nicely in their chairs at kindergarten or school and keep their eyes fixed on the teacher. The trouble is, they don't hear a word she says. Their minds are a million miles away. Looking at the teacher's eyes and hearing what's coming out of her mouth are two very different things. In fact, every single teacher I've spoken to about a child appearing to be engaged because of eye contact is shocked to learn that just because the child is making eye contact, it does not mean that they are listening. Not at all. Children that struggle with audio processing, which is processing information that comes in through the ears, very often fall through the cracks. Because they can be mild-tempered and otherwise easygoing, the struggle goes unnoticed by their teachers and parents alike. Fortunately, some of these children with language delays do eventually get sent to speech therapists, but often the professional who has requested speech and language therapy doesn't always realize the source of the problem. Many times it's undiagnosed ADD that's making it hard for the child to take in information, follow directions, form sentences, and to verbalize his or her needs and wants. ADD brains are like loosely wired lights. Concentration flickers on and off uncontrollably. Sometimes focus can't be interrupted, and sometimes focus can't be maintained. ADD robs us of the ability to choose what to concentrate on. This is especially true when it comes to learning boring information that does not interest the person, but which is crucial for academic success or even passing a driving theory test. So in spite of a person's brain's ability to function at a very high cognitive level, the ADD brain cannot dial up that focus on demand. Some people with a particular subtype of ADD sail through primary school with no effort at all due to superior intelligence, which allows them to absorb information almost through osmosis. Then they hit high school and the going gets tougher and the ADD child gets going out of school. He's not used to having to focus too much, and now he has to, but can't. You'd be shocked to hear I've even seen ADD rear its head as late as in the early 20s. Having completed a bachelor's degree with ease, the young adult has a really hard time with his master's degree, which requires a higher level of concentration. Yet others don't discover they have ADD until they become parents, which I can personally attest to requiring a higher level of organization and multitasking, often under great amounts of stress. Back to the children. It's hard for a child to come up with the right words and to form sentences when he's not in control of his thoughts. It's easy for him to forget what he was saying, even right in the middle of saying it, literally mid-sentence or even mid-word, if his attention gets pulled in another direction. ADD can cause word retrieval or recall difficulties. Instead of filing words into her mind like an organized filing cabinet, words that 5-year-old Sarah has learned are blown around her brain like papers in a windstorm, like paper scattered all over an office desk and floor with no filing cabinet in sight. So when Sarah tries to access her verbal reservoir, she literally has to search through thousands of words in a totally random order. Sometimes, for certain children, they realize that it's way too much trouble to access a word, so they simply stop trying. It's true that word retrieval difficulty can exist on its own as a primary language disorder, but often it is a symptom of ADD. Here's the part that parents and teachers need to understand. Living with undiagnosed ADD is like going up the down escalator. Your child may get to the top like everyone else, but chances are they'll be downright exhausted from the effort. But don't worry, I have some tips to share about how to evaluate your child's symptoms of ADD. Because I know focus matters, I've created a final short video to share some great information with you. See you next time!